Previously on the Painted Dungeon.
Your overseer bodyguard, as you guys are going through gear and equipment, Nax kind of says to you guys as you guys are piling up your finding what you find. He says, "What is your purpose as a group?
Treasure hunting, helping those who need it.
How long have you guys been together as a group?"
Us three have been together for a while. Those three, I think, have been together for a while, but all together, I'd say about a month and a half, maybe.
They smell kind of like a bit like I do, but you look human.
You right when you say a bit like I do, he says, "Ha!" and he gives you a shove, and that's gonna be like mid-20s to shove you
Yeah.
backwards. You like step back. You're like, ha, I am recruiting. Since you all know how to handle yourselves,
We may yet survive.
you hear in undercommon, fire!
I'm just gonna attack the guy in the turret.
The guy in the tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna take 68 damage from me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, he's dead.
All right, so 58 total damage on Zeta.
Ooh, she's looking terrible.
And out of here, out steps a high priestess.
Oh, shit.
And she is very powerful, and she is going to twin spell a nasty one. She says, "Taste my loving embrace."
Alrighty, let's go. I'm gonna go to Maraud. My lowest to hit was a.
You're
21.
attacking Galadesh.
All three of my attacks are gonna hit. So you're gonna take 57.
And he sticks his maw on the inside, and he shouts to the interior through a window, "Surrender to Pyronax! Your leaders are dead!" You guys see the inside of his throat light up with fire, and he sticks his face into one of the windows and... Greetings, beholders, and welcome back to the Painted Dungeon. I am Stephen Oakes, and these are my friends.
Hello, I'm Mike. I play Tram.
Andres and I play Zuku.
I'm Dean, I play Murad.
I'm Emmy and I play Erlyn.
Last week we left off, the party was introduced to the red dragon, Pyronax. And they have sworn themselves to Pyronax to follow him and his plan to unite the surrounding kingdoms to get rid of Gloombreach, which is is another dimension full of undead, that is a conquered world full of undead that is invading this realm and has been silent for nearly 4 decades, more or less. The party has just taken over the Drow outpost, which is underground, a little bit, not quite to the Underdark, but it is an underground outpost. And this outpost is part of what was once a dungeon which only opens in the lights of a blood moon. Right now there is a blood moon and the dungeon has been opened. That is how the party has come in and cleared out the Drow, except for some remaining Drow who have pledged themselves as well to Pyronax. At this time the party is looting and getting ready to maybe explore, see if this is the end of the dungeon. They haven't found what led them here, which was rumors of a artifact that would bring the other kingdoms down to their knees. So resuming at this point, why don't you all make an investigation check?
He critically failed.
Awesome.
It's a good way to start.
That is a good start.
I got a 6.
I got a 15.
I got a 13.
Ooh, that's a.
I'm busy just...
Narita got a 20. I rolled for them since they helped with the last few missions, clearing up to this point. You guys find some good items, and Pyronax, who has been sifting through all of the items, he says, "Here, I think you deserve these for your work and your efforts." And you guys find 2 magical orbs. These are not the same orbs that you put into your mount's magical equipment slot on their armor. These are orbs of improvement, +2, so they can upgrade a +1 enchantment weapon to a +2 enchantment. You guys also find the Nega Cracker, which Gilby cast the Identify spell to discover what this is, and I have a card for this. This is a It looks like a steel skull mace top, a spiky steel skull, and it is a two-handed, kind of like a maul, but its shape is more like a two-handed mace. So there is that. It is very good against undead. You guys also find a flower orb, which is something that can be equipped onto Galadesh. The flower orb allows the unicorn to generate moss beneath every step on Earth. So if you step on like dirt or soil, moss will grow and it will silence the unicorn's footsteps, allowing for stealth. It's not without disadvantage. Okay, he still won't roll a dexterity modifier onto it, so that's a very small enchantment on it. It also has once per day you may cast Revivify.
Oh, very nice.
And
Going data dig.
the healing of the unicorn's power increases by 2.
That is awesome.
That's awesome.
Does all of those things.
So this mace, who's taking that?
It is a two-handed weapon.
I don't use
I think
two-handed
you guys
weapons.
have one party member who does that.
And be
Let me grab the card.
It'd probably be him.
You got the black razor.
And
I know, that's
You
why I
have
was
to use
asking. I didn't want it. I want the regular attribute orbs.
That's
Can
what I
that-
wanted to see as well.
Question to the DM. With the orbs, will that work on a weapon such as a Hexblade Black Razor?
here is the Nega Cracker. It is part of our on the store Pyronax's hoard of first treasure hoard. It is a deck full of magical items that I have homebrewed for our campaigns, and they all have cool art. So here's that for
No, that
for
one.
me.
for the one who uses the Nega Cracker. Right there. To
I just can't
Maraud.
wait to see Maraud just haul back and chuck the mega crackers somewhere.
you can't throw it; it will not return to your hands. But let's read what it does.
Yeah, well, after he goes and picks
This
up out
will
of
be
the
a
skull.
+1
Just kidding.
+1 weapon.
Okay, the Mega Cracker. When this mace strikes an undead, instead of rolling its damage die, count it as a maximum damage hit. When this mace strikes an undead, increase the d20 crit range to 18 to 20. And then you want me to read the flavor text?
Yes.
Okay. A grim countenance washed over the faces of the doors when the watchman frantically warned of the oncoming undead horde. Is that Thuman Skull Smasher, however, only smiled.
Nice. I
Sick.
like
That's
that.
sweet.
That's legit. See, that's why you need to buy those, people. You see, it's not just like a cool item. It's got descriptions. It's just sweet.
Some have
Buy it.
flavored text as well
Yes.
if there was room and the inspiration came. And we should get another deck hopefully this year if I ever get a breather. I have half of the next deck illustrated, and still as an artist during times of COVID, it is extra hectic. I will say that. All right, so we have the 2 orbs of improvement. Maybe I will also say there is a Helm of Dark Vision, and there is also 2 magical tomes. Now, magical tomes, you will have to take time to read. On a long rest, you will be allowed to remove a charge until you do a total of... gonna make this starting off at 10 charges, but your intelligence score modifier will remove a charge needed to meet that quota. So if you have an intelligence modifier of +3,
Give him a -1.
It's only 7 types of long
that's
rests.
seven
7 long rests before you read the whole book and obtain its magical effects boosting.
And hypothetically, a -1, would you have
Stat.
11 long rests?
Yes. Yes, it would. I know I usually don't have a strong use for intelligence in D&D. I found one.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, so there are 2 magical
Yikers.
tomes.
Are those more for magical users?
These are for anyone. I will roll a 2d6s. Just give me one. I'll roll it twice. Thank you, sir. We have the first stat, which is Strength. A Tome of Strength. There is also a Tome of... What's second to last? Is that Wisdom or
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom, okay? These respectively will increase that stat, that ability score, by 2, increasing the modifier by 1. And it can allow you to surpass the limits of basic study, which is up to +5, so you can get essentially a 22
That's sick.
stat score for either of
I'm not a
these.
strength guy, so
I'm a strength guy.
So we got
I'm strength.
2 guys who use strength. You use strength more and use constitution more, and then we have wisdom.
Which would be Danny. Or...
Danny won't
You.
be able to use these kinds of books.
Oh.
So who wants resistance against mind control? Now your sword does grant you immunity to mind control
Yes.
because of the ability. So maybe not for you.
no. No, I'm good. I don't need it.
Right. No, I'm just thinking, and my eyes just rested on you.
Yes. Wisdom. So your strength, then wisdom. What's your wisdom?
Wisdom. No one in the party
I'm not
is
a
a wisdom
caster.
person. Is you guys can try to sell it to somebody or give it to Pyronax. What would you like to do?
I want him to have it. I don't like him very much. He's not very good.
What is your strength at already?
18.
Because you use your strength for your attacks, too, though.
And
You should take it, the strength one.
I'm gonna give
Mine's already a +5.
Gilby and Narita their own tomb when they come back because they worked for this.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so I'm going to have him actually take the strength one because I'm already at +5. So if he can do more damage by upping his strength up again.
Yeah, I mean, it would help either one of you. You get more attacks, which is why I said you would get benefit from it more. And
Give me
you
that
have
book back.
An action surge, and he has advantage, so he's really good at hitting stuff.
Yeah.
Constitution, he gets way more from that than
Yeah.
anybody else in the group.
All right, fair.
Is why.
So if you want one of those upgrade orb things, then I was going to use one of the upgrade orbs for the fireburst flail.
maybe that would be a good trade. Is you take the Tome of Strength, and then someone else gets the orbs of improvement to enhance any magical weapon
Well, I did get
or armor.
a mace, so
Yeah.
if someone else wants the orb.
Who has dark vision? You have dark vision already.
I don't think I have dark vision.
I do thanks to me having this wonderful dwarven.
Oh, the dwarven beard guys revive. So one of us should take the helm.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't do anything but give us dark vision, I'm assuming.
Correct.
So,
Dark vision of 60 feet.
I think Narita would really benefit from one of those orbs.
Yes.
also true.
You
So
guys
I
can
think-
reserve one of those for Narita.
Yeah, let's reserve the one that you were originally going to use and give it to Narita.
Great.
Make
Who's
her
taking
crits
the other
even more
one?
hard.
Yes.
That's, yeah.
And then
Steve's like, oh, shiz.
and then
I mean, I'm
mean-
happy to take the other orb. I could use it for my sickle.
Yep.
I think. Right?
the only
that's
other
a
thing
great
that would
choice.
interest me is that wisdom tome, but my wisdom is -1. It's not really going to do it.
All right, Emmy. 1 through 10, helm's yours. 11 through 20, it's mine.
Okay.
There you go. It's fair.
I can't say
That's
that.
3 or 8. Either way,
It's
it's
Emmy.
Emmy's.
Yeehaw.
I can't read that.
And my d20's right
And no
there.
one can get them.
And it's just stuck there for the rest of the session.
All right.
I forgot I was
So-
going to add my initiative to that, though, so it's
So-
mine, actually.
An orb and the helmet, and you
I
got
got
the book.
So I have 11 long rests before it takes effect.
It's a good thing you got yours first. You need a head start. For
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. That's a good thing.
That's funny.
I'm just going to say,
Just-
hey guys, I'm just going to sleep for 11 days. Just come to me later.
Right. Mark charges off with dots on your character sheet or
Okay.
whatever it is you use on your laptop. All right. There is the Drow Manor to explore. Pyronax is waiting. You guys are hearing in the distance through the tunnels that you came through to get to this point. You hear the sound of clank, 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 clank. And it sounds like armored troops are coming in. You assume that these are the purifiers or ex-purifiers, whatever they are. You haven't established that. From Zelkai's camp, coming in to your points to meet up and maybe escort these Drow, who have pledged themselves.
Okay. Do I still have Pietro? My ghost.
Yes, you do.
Awesome.
Yes,
So
you
his
do.
name's Peter.
No, it's Pietro. I'm changing his name. I'm just giving him lots of different names.
You name every week.
I want to ask. Me, is there any other entrance that any of your brethren can come in through? Is that all of them that we have just captured?
There is another entrance. This is how we get to this outpost, and it comes from our city, Rashed, and it is facing the backside of this Drow outpost. And there is technically the rest of the dungeon, which proceeds through the basement levels of this Drow outpost.
Awesome.
Iblith.
Giblet.
Okay. I will let the party know, not Pyronax yet. I'll tell them there's still more to explore. We'll wait to see what Pyronax wants to do from here, but...
Okay. I'll go ask Pyronax, have you found what you were looking for yet, or do we still need to find the item you were looking for?
Yes, I think you should all go and explore the lower levels of the dungeon. We will send someone to support you.
Okay.
Once the rest of the encampment, the reinforcements arrive.
Are we able to take a long rest right now?
Yes.
Because I know a lot of us are probably going to need it.
You guys can. You're probably an hour and a half with deliberation and combat from the very start. Maybe 2 hours actually, because started before entering the dungeon. And you guys probably have enough time for a long rest and maybe another hour or two after that. That would be
Before
the blood moon leaves and you
Ask
assume the
your
entrance seals.
friend Pietro if there's another way to the surface besides this door, if it closes.
You heard the man Pietro answer.
There is, but you have to travel to the city Reshed.
Ooh, that's not a good idea.
There's no other way besides traveling to the city of Reshed?
All of your ideas are great, Master. There is not. The closest way would be through the city of Reshed. It would be the only way is some level of going through the city of Reshed. There are not too many entrances to the Underdark.
Okay. Is there any other way to get this door open besides the blood moon that you guys have found out, or it's just
We
the
have
blood
found
moon?
the blood moon is all that it is, which is why it served the Drow well over the years, because we do not like the surface world, but we like to go there periodically.
Fair enough.
So maybe we do a short rest instead, just so we don't risk getting stuck down here.
I don't know, I need a long rest. Well,
We'll
let's do a short rest.
Let's talk to
and-
Pyronax too and just see what he says.
Do you have any healers, Master Pyronax, that would grant us with some health in the party?
I do, yes.
Very well, then short rest may be sufficient.
I mean, I don't have...
Do I get my stuff back on short rest? I
No.
don't remember.
Oh, I do get... Oh, no, second wind. Action surge. Yep, I do get it back on a short rest, so never mind.
You get everything back except eventually your short rest hit points will tap out eventually like everybody else. But everything else I think you get back all those abilities back. You guys see that Pyronax has been talking to the Drow head of the household, head of the trainees at this time, and gathering information. And he says, we should expect undead to be below the sealed entrance of this outpost.
Short. Nice.
So prepare accordingly, unless you were all done for this mission. You've certainly proven yourselves today.
Thank you, Master Pyronax.
My flail is only once per day, though, huh? Well,
Group discussion. There's 4 of you. Nareda and Gildy say, we're a bit tapped out. We will help escort the Drow back to the surface. You guys make sure you make it back before the sun.
I think maybe we should go with them. I'm just kidding. Have fun, guys. Alright, well, let's ask Pietro which is the way, and then we'll just start heading down, I guess. This is after we've taken a short rest and done all that stuff, right?
You guys can do a short rest, and during this time,
They'll
clerics show
heal
up
and
if
stuff.
you would like some healing,
Okay.
and you guys are able to get healed up.
Okay. Cool. Left.
Ooh, D8s. Okay, I'm gonna roll.
For what?
Short rest
Health.
recovery.
Cleric. The clerics are
You
healing us.
can, I will say you guys can have up to 50 HP restored each.
Yeah, so I
So-
need to.
For you and your mount. So 50 for your mount, 50 for you.
Oh,
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're both at full health.
I
Great.
took a lot of damage.
You did.
So that 50, I still need to roll.
I was...
I had to roll some, so.
Okay,
Yeah. But I'm at full health now.
I need
excellent.
to roll. There you go. And then can we roll for the
I was
bounce
actually really
too?
lucky.
Zeta took a lot, unfortunately.
We actually didn't take a ton because I was going in and out of the area playing the whole time.
It's true, yes. You avoided a lot. It was good, and a good.
So 50 puts her at a 90.
I only had to use one of my 50. Can I give another 50 to somebody else? Since technically they would...
You cannot, I'm just,
That's fair. That's fair.
There's still a lot of HP. They got to conserve some
That
for
is,
the rest of the evening's adventures.
Do the mounts have hit dice?
The mounts you will recover. I won't give them a maximum hit dice like you guys have. I will just say they recover. I'll just say they recover 7 plus their Constitution saving throw number. So yes, whatever that is for you.
14 per round.
If that's what yours
Yes.
is.
How many rounds? So they're level 5, so that's just 5 rounds, right? Isn't that how that is?
Let's make that
7 times 5. Come on, brain. Math!
35.
I don't think
Looking
I
much
can
better,
get
though.
back.
Okay, cool.
That's okay.
That works. Was there anything that was happening with Black Razor, or is that happening later on?
Black Razor, yes. You feel the energy pulse through it during your rest, and you obtain knowledge of some improvements that it is granted to you. So it is now a +2 weapon. And you get an additional use of the ability to store a cantrip into your sword. Are you
Sweet, I
remembering?
haven't even used that yet.
I feel like you keep forgetting that's a
I
huge
100%,
benefit.
yeah, especially when you can use an Eldritch Blast, because it's cantrip, right?
Yes,
Yes, okay.
yes.
Or poison.
So you can now store 2 of those, and once per day, it has a snake bite feature. So you see the blade has grown like 2 edges that have poked out like arrow tips on your sword, and they drip a little bit with poison. And when you choose, once per day on a hit, you can choose to add an additional 2d8 poison damage.
Ooh, nice.
And your sword now grants you an additional hit point on hit.
Oh, I keep doing forgetting that too!
Why don't I give you guys things?
Great question.
That happens. Happens a lot in our campaigns. I'm like, am I giving out enough stuff? Like, they're not even using what.
I'm using it. I love this stuff. Like that one
You're
fireball
excellent.
thing
Excellent.
that you gave me for my
remembering all
mount,
of your
where
things.
it's I'm immune to my own fireball. I can detonate myself and I'm fine.
Yes.
That thing is fantastic. I'll go freaking suicide bomber.
There you
Except
go.
it won't be suicide.
And
it's
you
just
get an
bomber.
additional Eldritch Invocation to learn.
Oh my goodness, I have 7.
So your weapon should be a little stronger than most everybody's weapons because it is exclusive. You only get one weapon, one magical weapon to attune to.
I have to find another.
But it's only a
Eldritch
little bit stronger. But it is. Okay. Nonetheless.
Sweet.
Okay. And then are you remembering that you're hasted around after each kill that you make as well? That was
Yeah, that one I've been actually remembering
Got
that
that.
one for the most part. Not this
Excellent.
last battle, but yes.
I see.
You should let me be hasted every round if I blow something up with that thing. Every round for anything that it hits, I should just be hasted for that many number of rounds. We'll call that good.
But every time you hit a team,
Could you imagine
just
that?
get like 3 points of exhaustion. So.
Right.
No,
You're stuck
I'm
for
not
12 rounds.
exhausted anymore. That's how it works.
No.
All right, so you guys, towards the end of your rest, you guys wake up from your lay down cat naps to the sounds of clinking and clinking. You guys see purifiers are out and about. There are torches being held aloft for light and spells of light that have been cast in this area. And you guys see a team of clerics and a couple eldritch knights that are there to. And kind of behind you guys, giving you your space as you go get ready to go down into the lower levels of the Drow outpost. So you guys are ready to head down, or is there
Yes.
anything else you would like to do?
No, I think we're good. Yeah.
We have our map ready. The party has descended through what was already a looted Drow outpost, and they are facing this door, which is they can kind of hear wind through. And everybody make a perception check. All right. So there's a door that was crafted by Drow. It is adamantine reinforced, big door. And you can kind of hear behind it, like there's wind behind it, like that's outdoors or something. And it smells rancid behind this door, and it smells very, very dusty. Because your perception's so high, through this door you're able to detect these things.
Yeah. Someone's dead back there. All right.
It is you guys in the room, and then behind you guys on the next level up, there are some clerics and.
All right. Well, let's open the door. I'll go open the door, or try to. Actually, before I do that, I want to investigate to make sure there's no traps or anything on it.
Probably.
20, not natural.
You see that it is locked, and it does have a arcane glyph on it. Someone with an arcane skill set might be able to dispel a trap on it.
I
Hey,
can
can
do
you ask
that.
Piedra what this glyph is and how to unlock the door?
Can I just cast Dispel Magic on the door, please?
You cast dispel magic as they're talking to Pedro, and the arcane glyph is gone.
And I'm just gonna open the door.
I can ask it's done.
The door is locked. It will need to be unlocked or busted open.
I'll try sleight of handing
For
it and see if
some
I can
reason,
open it.
this door is an important door, right? So, okay, you're trying to sleight of hand it. We don't have a rogue here, so let's do that.
Okay. I'm good at
Sleight
sleight of hand
I'm
stuff.
decent at sleight of hand. If you can't, I'll try it after.
If you both fail, just bust it down.
Yeah,
That is a 23.
that's pretty good.
All right, with your 23, it was very tough to lock. You're sweating from holding this position for so long, getting past all these little clicks before you finally hear the final click, and then the door. You feel that it is unlocked. A very heavy, very thick door.
Try and pull it open, man.
First.
See how it goes.
And show me where you guys are.
I'll stay
I want to see where people are
behind
at.
the door.
I'll go.
And are you mounted or dismounted?
I'm mounted.
Everybody's mounted. Okay. Tell me where to put
I'll
you.
go first.
I'm by the door.
I'll be safe.
Obviously opening the door.
You want to be by
behind
the door too? Are you by the door as well?
Yeah.
Is everybody by the door?
Everyone's
All right.
crowding the
Fireball.
You're all dead.
Fun, fun.
Before I go through the door, I'm going to do the same thing. Would you want me to do investigation or perception to see if and it's going to be investigation to see if there's a trap.
Another
No,
trap?
Probably not. I mean, you never know. That's plus 3 is 6.
Okay. Well, you open the door, and looking down, standing motionless, is a number of frost giant zombies.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude.
I should be like, "Nah," and I'm going to close the door again and say, well, you're all crowded around the door anyway, huh? So you probably saw exactly what I saw. Yeah. Okay.
This is an opportune moment for you, Marad, with your new maul mace object.
I do have a silver sword as well,
As soon as I see
if anyone wants it.
A silver sword.
Does max damage on undead.
that might work.
It's true.
Can I
sword
use it
does?
for this? What is it? A +1? Or is it a regular?
What was it?
It's not magical.
Yeah.
Oh, it's non-magical.
Yeah, so it's a 1d8.
I mean, I'll take it if you don't want it.
Yeah.
I
you
don't
can
do
take
much.
it.
Then.
I have a +6 to my damage regardless. So even if I rolled a 1, I'd still do 7 damage. Worst case scenario.
Yeah, but you'd roll an 8 every
This
time.
sounds like a great
plus
thing
your
to
6.
figure out on your turns. You guys have already rolled initiative.
Yeah.
Thram, you are going first. The
I'm
door
gonna
is
fireball.
open. All right. You are mounted, so your mount's.
Well, are they all in one spot? I'm assuming. you said?
There's a line formed at this door for
Are they
some reason.
active? Like, are they moving or are they're just sitting there?
We'll find out. Are you waiting to see if they're active?
I'm
or
gonna
you
I'm gonna
just-
charge right up to the first one, and I'll hit him twice, and then I'll fireball. Because I don't take any damage from one fireball. So
From your own fireball, right? Okay, you run right up to the first one in line.
Oh, that's not bad at all. Let's see.
That's what you call a suicide.
That's. So they need to make dex saves.
Right. They got 15.
They did not make it. So they all take 37 fire damage. And then I got a 23 to hit.
You hit.
Okay. And they will take 21 damage from my flail. I'll smack him twice with the flail. And then he'll actually take an extra 5 damage from the fire aura from Midnight Flame as well. So 21 plus
26.
26 more damage on top of the 37 he just took.
All right, you've laid in that this giant's on fire, and 4 of them light on fire. As you come in, they're all very close together in this kind of a hallway. You see there is a greenish blue light coming from further back up this hallway, and that it opens up, and you can kind of see flickering lights and things, but you can't see much else because there's big old frost giants.
How wide is this hall? Is it wide enough for two of us to go side by side if we're on opposite sides of the hall?
Yes.
Okay, then I will make sure that I'm off to one side of the frost giant so somebody else can come up next to me if they need.
Okay, acceptable. You can totally do that. It is now the frost giant's turns, and you did notice that there were some smaller humanoid-sized skeletons kind of around them on their feet, but you incinerated about 5 of them because they're very clustered in this area, almost like they're just waiting right here at this door for some reason. And on their turn, these frost giants are going to attack. And let's see how this goes. This is 2 attacks each per die, and this is they do have a 10-foot reach. I'm going to say 3 are able to, third one from behind is able to reach back and smack Midnight Flame. Okay. And then these guys are going to attack Midnight Flame unless you use your reaction to take one of these hits.
So right, just tell me which one.
So they're not rolling so hot. 20 doesn't hit you.
No.
So you got one more. Nope, that's it. That's 3 of them. Okay, they all miss. Bouncing
well, which ones were
armor.
hitting Midnight Flame?
Oh, these are Midnight Flame.
So I'll take one of them.
Right.
The first hit.
So one hits Midnight Flame, one hits you.
On each of them? Or just
because you're taking one of them.
Okay.
So that's how it winds up.
Okay, so Midnight Flame takes 3 hits and then I don't take any damage.
Midnight Flame takes a total of 2, which is a total damage of 65 damage. Actually, yes. And these are from singular hits. I changed my mind about 2 attacks per giant. These are 1 heavy attack. This is my customized giant that I made. And
so a total of 65 you said?
So a total of 65 per hit. Yes.
3 minus 65.
Now, because the one that you took, your armor class is applied to you, so it still misses you.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't take any damage.
So it bounces off of your armor as you come up to try to block and take some of the pressure off of Midnight Flame, but Midnight Flame does get clipped by one of the Frost Giant's axes, Zombie Frost Giant. It is now Maraud's turn. Right ahead of you in the hallway, you see that Thram and Midnight Flame. I've made room on one side, and he is on the right-hand side of this semi-narrow hallway, but not too narrow.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to rage, and I rolled a 3 for my rage, so I conjure 1d4 intangible spirits that look like flumps in unoccupied spaces within 30 feet of me.
Wonderful.
One flump appears.
Okay. Yeah,
what's a flump?
And it's like this. It looks like a kite that's been blown up like a blowfish, and it's actually native to the Underdark. So blue on the back, yellowy white on the front, and it pops up and is floating on. It's very confused and horrified. It sees all these zombie frost giants in front of it. And it is Murad. Continue your turn.
So it now runs in a random direction for 30 feet. Or flies, I guess.
This is my arrow die. Alright. It flies for some reason towards the undead and getting confusion.
Alright, then I'm going to go up to the
It was injured. It's confusion.
first frost giant.
Alright, you're going up alongside Thram?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first hit's going to be a crit for a total of 28 damage.
Alright.
Second one.
Now this is with Nega Cracker?
Yes.
You're maximizing your damage for a total of 30?
28.
28 damage.
For that
Yeah.
first hit. Second hit's going to be 11 damage.
Okay, with your 2 hits on the same giant that Thram was targeting himself, collapses to the ground dead. And you see right behind it is a long line of skeletons and zombie frost giants.
How many frost giants do we see?
You can't see
all of them
the full number. You're in a narrow hallway, vision blocked, but it seems to just be in continuum.
Alright, so at the end of my turn, that flump's going to explode.
Alright, the flump explodes.
And every creature within 5 feet of it has to make a dex save.
I'll just say 3 skeletons die, because I don't want to deal with that.
Max force damage.
They're dead.
Alright.
Because I don't want to deal with that, so...
Brutal.
It is now Erlin's turn.
Yeah, okay, so...
So they have occupied the bottom. You can technically fly up on Azrael and
Okay.
get above them if you want to line up with them.
Yeah. Let's do that.
That's crazy. Oh, it's almost dead.
Yeah. I'm going to just attack
Do you want to fly above Thram or Murad?
Murad. Because that way Fram can theoretically fly.
Okay.
I'm going to attack the giant that you attacked last.
It's dead.
Oh.
So there's a new giant.
Then
No,
I'm gonna
actually, Galadesh didn't take an action, I don't think.
Was he within range of another one?
Yeah, there's like two side by side,
Oh, okay.
so he can
Oh,
actually
there's two
reach.
giants side by side on each.
Yeah.
Then he'll hit the one that's there for 19 damage.
Okay, I got that. Thank you. Okay, continue.
Okay. So then I'm just gonna hit the next giant that I can see.
Okay.
Not really sure
Yeah.
what that is.
You're lined up right with the giant that's Murad is lined up with,
Okay.
right above him.
My list is a 20. Does a 20 hit?
A 20 hits, yes.
So then they're gonna take 30. How much was it for the fire? 31 damage for the flames, fire hooves plus his aura, and then I'm going to roll. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna first use my bonus action to cast Divine Favor, so I do an extra 1d4 of radiant damage,
All right.
and then I have the Silver Sword. Does that give me the automatic max for the undead?
It does for your weapon damage. And then are you smiting? Because if you smite, you know, it deals extra damage to
Yeah,
undead.
yeah. So I'm gonna smite. Oh, I have a lot of dice.
Well, you don't have to roll your weapon dice because you know what that is.
Yeah, so I have those. I need to get the d4. Hang on, I wasn't prepared. You're welcome to move on to the next person while I roll. 'Cause I'm
Okay,
basic.
well, Erlen's figuring that out. Zulkul, what would you like to do?
Bonus
There's no room on the ground.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm shooting from behind.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm going to use Eldritch Blast, but before I do that, I Hunter's Mark the one the first one I see.
Okay.
And I'm
Yes.
using both Eldritch Blasts on that
Yes.
individual. The lowest on that one was a 20, well over 20. The lowest I have was 21.
It definitely hits.
Okay.
Yes. What's the damage?
Perfect. So I will roll the damage real quick, which is a d10. 20 damage.
All right. Your purple energy blasts forward and searing a hole through the center of the frost giant that is in front of Thram presently. And yes, and then that's it.
Yeah, Zetas can't really
Reach.
reach right now, so Zeta will just hold her
I
action.
did 60 damage to that giant.
All right. You smite black necrotic energy on your silver sword, swirling around it, and it bursts with each hit against the undead, dealing extra bias damage to it, and then the frost giant collapses into a pile of meat on the ground.
Sick.
All right. And next up, it is Zulkul just went. Thram, it is now your turn.
I'm going to go up.
Now, because you're flying, I should point this out. You do get an extra perspective being up high. You can see there is a line of hundreds,
So many.
if not thousands,
Great.
of skeletal beings, and you make a perception check.
Not
With
20.
your natural 20, you're able to kind of get the perfect view as this frost giant falls backward. You see there are 4 skeletal dragons flying around what is a pyramid, black pyramid structure with a dark glow kind of coming out of it, but not steady. It's like bursting with light periodically, almost like what we would see if we saw an electrical failure in a movie where there's bursts of electricity, like something's broken, but full of charged energy, and that's what you're seeing right now from this. And it is a large open cavern where you can see all of this. Very, very large, maybe a mile and a half across or 2 miles.
Holy crap.
And it is covered largely in undead creatures.
All right.
There are also some some gargoyles, skeletal bat-like creatures.
Can I relay that information to my party? Okay, well, I'm just gonna say, I don't think we're gonna be able to fight our way through all of this. I do see something at the end, if we're able to get through, at least to a point, that we might be able to destroy, and it might stop them, I don't know, but there's thousands of these creatures here, along with dragons.
Is it the pyramid itself that you're saying doing that, or are there people like mages or something like that, or necromancers there?
With your natural 20, it is extremely far away. There could be entities inside. You can't see through the thing, but you just got a quick glimpse in this turn that you're having. This is a single turn still, but not from that.
So then I'm just gonna say, I don't know, but I think that pyramid is where we need to head, because we're not fighting our way through this. We will not survive.
Okay.
If I was lifted up high enough to see this point, I will be able to do what our friend Gilby did and dimension door ourselves in that direction. Not sure if that'll get us close enough, because I don't think the range would get us.
How many
but it'll get us
feet?
closer to the.
What is dimension door? 400 feet? How far is that?
I think it's 400.
And
Which
you
is
said it's
a
like
quarter of a mile.
And you said it's a half mile away from us, or a mile away.
The whole cavern is a mile and a half, 2 miles across. So you
it's a
gotta
mile
go a
to
good
the-
mile to get to that point, plus uphill.
500 feet.
So a
Okay.
tenth of a mile.
I mean, I can lift you up just to teleport,
It's not
but
gonna
it's
be
not
enough.
gonna be enough.
I'd only be able to take one willing creature anyway, so that won't work anyway.
Yeah.
This is a new spell to me.
And you can make a Arcana check.
I'm really good at those. I'm not good at those.
You are with a
still
natural
not
20.
bad.
Just kidding.
That's I have a -1, so there was a 19, but it's now an 18 for my Arcana.
Okay, and you guys can make a disadvantage Arcana checks because you're being given relayed information. But with an 18, you have heard
18.
that you both have heard that back in the day when Gloombreach first tried to invade and take over this world, they had a number of portals and sources where undead were coming from that appeared throughout the region. These were set up by an agent of King Viknan Redblade, who is the vampire king of all these undead entities from Gloombreach, conquering his whole dimension, invading this one. So you don't know exactly how it works. You don't know what was that name? What is this thing called again? But there was a number of these things, and they were not all accounted for after the wars and battles.
So we know that the pyramid thing itself is the thing that's powering it, or like
We just know that undead come from it.
Maybe
only
we
you
close
two-
the door.
Yes.
is this the only way down? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm trying to think because I would like to get this crown if that is still even an object in this realm.
We could take people into the ethereal plane.
Well, yeah, but we'd be able to take it. It would take so long to get back and forth and back and forth.
I know. I don't know what other options we have necessarily. We didn't see any other entrances or anything before we came here, did we?
We can close the door and have you guys scout through. Does it allow you to go through doors?
No, but we can basically go from right here, and you guys can just close the door.
Yeah. That might be best.
How do we
Well-
know when to open the door?
We'll knock.
I mean, yeah,
But there's enemies.
they weren't knocking before. Why would they knock now?
I'm not saying that they'll be knocking. I'm saying is how will you... I do not wish for my party to die when you are there.
No, I mean,
You'd have to pop from the ethereal plane
yeah,
to
it takes
knock on
half
the
a
door.
second to do that.
Yeah.
We'll be alright.
We'll be fine.
But I don't see us getting through here any other way unless we can find a way through them without killing them all. 'cause
So
that's-
yeah, I'll just say when you guys can get through the door and close it, I'll go into the ethereal plane and I'll just start dashing towards the black pyramid thing that she mentioned.
You're dashing for the pyramid and
In the
instructing
ethereal
your
plane.
party to close it now?
as soon as they
As soon as they can.
Okay.
Are
Alright.
you going with them or are you
So-
I'm
staying?
going with them.
Okay, so you and I are staying back when we close the door as they go in through the ethereal plane.
Well, it's technically Thram's turn, so you said that you're dashing towards the...
Yeah, I'm going into the ethereal plane, and then I'm going to start.
Alright, you're headed towards the structure. As you go into the ethereal plane, let's have you make a perception check.
I guess I should have said that I was going to see what was critically failed.
Okay. You start heading in that direction, making good headway. You see kind of what she saw a little bit with, you see just tons and tons of monsters, creatures, and many flying around.
Can we tell if something's in the plane with us or if it's in the other plane?
You can.
Is
You
there
will
a
be in
distinction?
color, and your mount will be in color. Anyone in the ethereal plane will be in color,
Okay.
but the other plane will be black grayscale.
Okay, cool.
Okay. All right. It is now the entity's turns. So stumbling forward is more frost giants, and the next closest target is going to be Murad, Galadesh, and you're still in this plane. So also Azrael and Erlin. So they're not too intelligent to focus fire too much. It's more of a reach thing. So the first guy up, he's going to attack Azrael. He gets a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do that.
All right, unless you're going to take it for him, that's going to be 65 damage.
Okay.
All right.
He's gonna handle that one. He's got it.
The
Nice,
next two
good.
frost giants are targeting, we'll say, one's targeting you and one's targeting your unicorn.
Okay, Galadesh is going to use his legendary action to give me 2 AC.
To give you 2 AC. Okay. So this is for you, this is for your unicorn. Targeting you, that was a 16 to hit, which I think misses.
That'll miss.
An 28 to hit.
That'll hit Galadesh, and I will take the damage.
Okay. Yeah.
So you have
I'll
I'll
hit
take
goes
the
to
hit.
you, and I see. Use your reaction. Very good.
That's smart.
That's actually, yeah, that's very smart.
More skeletons are stumbling. You guys hear the clatter of bones. There's a little bit of more life and excitement to the movements of the creatures trying to push their way out of this tunnel, out of this funnel. And it is now Murad's turn.
Alright. Attack the frost giant in front of me. Attack him twice. It's going to be a 24 to hit the first one and a natural 20 on the second one. The first one will both be 52 damage total.
All right, 52 damage.
And then let's have Galadesh attack. Galadesh will hit for another 19.
Another 19 damage. That is just enough between the two of you, hacking at it and stabbing at it with Galadesh's horn. You bring the frost giant down, and he collapses down, adding to a pile, and the frost giants have just been stepping onto the corpse. Next up, it is Erlin's turn.
I'm gonna go into the ethereal plane and I guess go after Thram.
All right, so ethereal plane and then moving 80 feet because it's the inaction to go into it, and you're headed in that direction. Make a perception check. I mean, you got a natural 20 before, but you're in the ethereal planes.
That's a 19.
19. With your 19, you see kind of slumbering behind it. You see what looks like a skeletal dragon, a large skeletal dragon that is sleeping kind of near where these lights are bursting forth, and it seems to be in the ethereal plane.
Good.
So she would have been able to catch up to me at this point, right?
Yeah, now she's caught up to you.
Anything you want to say would be great.
Yeah, I'll
appreciated.
relay that information to Thram.
Oh shit.
Okay.
That's all you hear.
We might have a slight issue.
Next up, it is Zolkul.
Okay. Murad is still in there.
Murad is still in there, yes. They're all in a line in a hallway, and there is a big old space where you can fit with Zeta.
Yep, I'm going to fit in there with Zeta. I'll first have Zeta cast lightning.
Well,
Use her lightning breath, sorry.
use her
Yes.
lightning breath, yes.
Just a dex save on
100
it.
feet down, that's a lot of freaking
Yes.
40 feet
frost
long.
giants that it'll hit.
Got a 17 on their dex save.
Not enough.
All right.
No, sir. So
Excellent.
they take 50 damage.
They'll take 50 damage.
Cheers.
And then I will
You probably killed some skeletons.
attack.
Yeah, you hear a...
Okay. Has the giant that I originally attacked died?
I would assume by now.
Because he's the one that not Thram. Yes, that Thram was attacking.
Yeah. Yep. Dead.
Okay, just because I'm hasted. That's the only reason, because I hunter
Yeah.
blocked it.
Great.
So that's 3 attacks then. What? The lowest to hit is an 8. It's
You have
not
advantage.
hex, so this there it is.
Would he have advantage? I guess it depends on what he's
So
got.
20 is the lowest to hit. That hits, right?
20 definitely hits, yeah.
Okay, so I hit 3 times.
Their AC is not great. It's 16.
Okay. Cool. 10, 17.
I'm glad they don't have over 100 hit points like a Frost Giant normally. Because that would really, really, really suck.
Well, they do have over 100 hit points.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, well. That's gonna really, really, really suck.
Like I said, we gotta find a way to not fight our way through all of them, because we will not survive.
So now we have to fire.
That's 54 damage from me.
All right. 54 damage, and with the damage that you did before, this totals 100 on your new target. And it is now Thram's turn. It's your turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna re-roll. Can I re-roll a perception and see if I can see what she's talking about, so I can get it?
Yeah, you see the hands. You kind of get a rough idea of where it is.
Steve, quick question. I have it written here because I don't want to forget it, and I'm going to be truthful here. Since I suck the HP when I kill one, there's bad for the undead is what I had written.
so
I don't know what that is.
So you're gonna get -2 HP now.
Okay, from that.
This Black Razor kind of punishes you. It doesn't like the taste. Now, did you kill it with your sword though?
No.
He's
I
the one
didn't.
that killed it.
He killed it with no. You killed the first one.
Okay, you're okay unless
Unless you're the one that actually does
Attack.
the
Okay,
last
gotcha.
roll.
And that's not if you kill it. That's if you hit it with your blade.
Okay, so I did hit.
Oh. No, he's gonna go around stabbing like,
Okay,
oh,
minus
gosh,
3.
no.
Exactly.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's
Minus
like,
3.
ugh,
Okay.
tastes bad.
It
tastes
is.
nasty.
So this last attack I hit 3 times and then -3. There we go.
So with
Right? Because I hit.
It's -2 per hit.
Oh, per hit, that's what I
Since your
wanted
sword
to know.
got upgraded.
Okay, 2, 4, 6. Gotcha. There we go.
so is that dragon, skeletal dragon that seems to be in the ethereal plane? You said it's behind the pyramid?
It's almost like hugging right around it. The pyramid light is right up here, and it's like hugging it, laying on it.
It's not ideal.
What? I don't know.
Well, spur of the moment decision. You're in
just-
there. You're not freezing time to.
Yeah,
plan.
I'll just say, I mean, we're gonna have to get up. I think we're gonna have to get up to that point anyway. So we're not close enough for it to even see us yet because we're still easily over almost a mile away. So
All right, so you two are headed for
I'm
it.
still gonna dash.
As your exit is getting sealed. Just so we understand each other.
I'm still heading towards it. They haven't sealed the exit yet,
But
so
that's
that's the plan. But we'll see.
All right.
I don't know what else to do. Are we still in the tunnel or are we in the the open area yet?
The cavern.
The cavern.
Yeah, you're in a big cavern, lit by necrotic lights.
Okay, so now that I'm in the cavern, since I'm not in the tunnel, do I see anything else in the cavern?
Just tons of undead everywhere. This is a building structure. You don't see where the source of the light is. You see that it's coming from in the structure.
In the pyramid structure?
Yeah, in the structure. Okay, it is now, and it feels the aura of the whole place kind of feels bad.
Didn't
Like your
pass the
skin
check.
feels tingly and itchy, and it's not a good sensation.
Since I'm that far, I can't take my action back, so I'll wait until she catches up to me on the next turn, then I'm gonna figure something out.
These frost giants coming forward. Three more attacks. We're gonna say one on you, one on Galadesh, and one on Murad. So this is for
Galadesh is
Zulkul.
going to give me another 2 AC.
This is for Galadesh. That misses. This is for Murad. Murad, that's a 24 to hit you.
That will hit.
So that's 65 damage, which you half down to 32.
Yep.
You got critted,
Yes, I
but
did.
this is a set. Adding 10 damage to it, that's 75 damage.
It still hurts
to
a
you.
lot.
He's like,
Hurt me plenty.
You know you got plenty of defensive spells, you just don't use them.
Well, I mean, even a...
Mirror image.
Oh, hold on. Armor of Hexes takes place on this. I have to roll a d6.
Okay.
Nope, it still hits. Okay.
Okay. All right. You get a nasty blow, hitting you in the head, knocking you back and jolting you, and blood gushing across your face and your chest area a little bit near your neck. It is now Murad's turn.
I'm trying to think of what defensive spells.
These giants
I
are
have shield,
creeping
but that's not
forward.
gonna help me.
Mirror image.
Oh, duh, and blur. I haven't used that in a while either.
You can use both together. It just takes time to cast a little bit.
The problem is I don't have very many spell slots as a warlock, so.
Well, with me being in a rage, I'm just going to keep attacking.
All right.
Crit on the first one, and hit on the second one. So you 40 damage from me, and then Galadesh is going to heal me for those 11 hit points.
All right.
heal me.
I'll say you attacked the. Yeah, you attack the same target that Zulkul attacked, and you bring down another frost giant.
Alright.
All right, it is now Erlen's turn.
Gonna fly up to meet Thrum again.
Oh, Lord, Terry.
Okay.
I don't know what else
Just-
to do.
It's fine.
Dimension dodge! Just kidding. Okay.
You guys see the hands start to move and of the skeletal creature, and its head gets reared up and starts looking around, and then notices the movement of all the undead moving in a direction, and is kind of awakening. Next up, it is Zulkul.
Do I see the movement of the giant creature in the background?
No.
Okay.
They're seeing it because they're high up and they're kind of in the cavern. You are at an entrance being blocked by a horde of very big frost giant zombies.
Okay. Man, I can't leave Murad in there by himself. I'll yell, Murad, we need to leave! We have no chance against this army. There's too many. Just for the two of us. And I will use my action to disengage. I'll
Okay.
use Zeta's action to disengage.
Okay.
How does that work?
Yeah, you can do
Right? And I will... I wouldn't be able to cast anything because it would be the full action from both of us, right? Am I understanding that
that.
correct?
Yes, if you want to disengage, Zeta can also disengage, and you can both use your actions to disengage.
I will do that, yes.
Okay.
And I'll start closing the door.
You guys back out, and you get to the door. Your hand is on the door, and Zeta's horn is against it, ready to help.
Yep.
And that's Zulkul's turn. It is now Thram's turn.
I'll turn to Erlen and just be. I will say, we just need to head out. We will probably need to see if we can find Pyronax or find somebody, or the clerics may be able to help. But we need to find something that will help us get rid of all of the undead. I don't think now that we can see that thing, we don't stand a chance. So I will turn around and start dashing back.
Okay.
Great.
Turn around, and you start heading back using the dash action. Next up, it is the zombie frost giant's turns. And 3 more attacks. This time, the nearest target is going to be Galadesh and Murad. So I'm going to do 2 for Murad and 1 for Galadesh. This is for
It's going to increase my AC by 2 again.
Galadesh. Gets a 29 to hit Galadesh,
Okay, Galadesh.
dealing 65 points of damage. Oh.
Oh, Lord, Terry.
Okay, so we get a natural 20 and a hit on you with a 28 hitting you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 65 halved down to 32, and then you get 75 halved down to 37.
Total.
37 plus 32.
69.
69.
Alright. I'm down to 5 hit points.
Okay. That was their turns.
You took
This
that for the
horde is just moving
team.
forward. And it's all that. Those all went to yeah. Erilyn, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna start flying back.
All right, you're zooming back. You start headed back. You guys still have at least another round of dashing before you get to where you were before.
No. Rate of
No?
movement speed. Because we went into the ethereal plane and then we moved 80 feet.
Okay.
And then the second turn we dashed.
Okay.
That's
On your next turn, you will get inside,
Yeah.
past the door. Okay.
Hopefully.
It is now the end of your guys'
As
turn.
soon as Zukul's closed the door. I'm not leaving that.
Leaving him in there?
No, Murad back. No, Murad hasn't backed
He
out.
hasn't backed out
Not
yet.
backed out.
I'm
hold
gonna
the action.
cast.
Or you can cast something.
Shiz. How?
That doesn't use a spell slot.
Just my
That's a
mental.
free
short
action.
That's a short rest. He's just like, you know what? Oh, no.
Yeah, then I'm going to go ahead and cast Hungers of Hadar right where they're right in front of him.
And this just deals damage, right? Doesn't do any
It
other-
blinds them.
Okay.
I'm trying to just create a stupor in there so they're
How
hitting against each
great
other.
Is it?
Okay.
'Cause
It would take. I don't know how large the room
It
is.
doesn't matter for us because we're going to move
There's
these
it's a very tall area. You guys
Yeah,
could fly above it.
it
Alright, so
Where
you
did he go?
summon the Hunger of Hadar as a black darkness with white otherworldly tentacles damaging and pulling on
It's a 20-foot radius. so
zombie
it's pretty
/
big, yeah.
skeleton frost giants in the hallway, and it is now Thram's turn.
They take.
I will.
It feels like
nice.
I have a turn skip that round.
Yeah, he hasn't gone
I
yet.
skipped Murad. It is Murad's turn.
And that's why I was waiting for him to
So I'm
see
supposed
if
to
he
go
had. Huh?
before you.
Yeah, you go before
Then
me.
you go before.
Yeah, were you
Then you go
exiting?
So then I would disengage and get out.
You're
That
disengaging and
changes
getting
what I
out.
was doing
Okay,
then.
you disengage, and Galadesh disengages, and you guys back up, and your hands are on the doors,
Yeah.
getting ready to close it.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast Hungers of Hadar, and I'm gonna have Zeta close the door. Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Booyah! I
Zeta's
deal
closing the
8
door.
damage
8 damage.
continuously for anybody that's in there.
Sweet.
And the door's closed. And we're like, oh gosh! Trying to
Well,
keep
Zeta closed the door, and then you two disengage.
So
No, they were first, so they would have disengaged to walk out the door, and then I would have
You
closed
close
the door.
one of the doors.
Yes.
Just double doors. One more door for you two to hopefully get out. So
That'll be perfect because now it's my turn.
it's now Thram's turn.
But
You
then I
zoom
go
out.
after Murad.
It's all good because I'll just basically use movement speed to get up there. I'll reappear in the ethereal into the normal plane in the room with them,
Okay.
and I'll say, "Get ready to close this door." She's right behind me, and then I'll go back into the ethereal plane, so that
Hang on, you're dashing to get
I'm
to
not
this
dashing.
point.
I only move 80 feet.
That's right. So he
'Cause-
dashed the first movement, and then
No,
it's
no, no.
80 feet.
When I first went into the ethereal plane, I only moved 80 feet that
Yeah,
way,
you moved 80 feet,
and then I dashed.
and then
Yes.
you
And then I
dashed.
dashed back
And
last
you
turn,
dashed back.
and I used 80
So now you
feet,
just use movement. Okay.
and then my action.
But you started off in
In the
the
room.
hallway, and that's where I'm getting this from. Is that you're starting off in the hallway, you're not starting off back here.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So then, no, I won't go back into the ethereal plane because I don't have the. So I would have had to dash. I see what you're saying now.
Okay.
So then I'll just be like, yeah, get ready to close the doors. Well, this last door.
Yeah. Well, you're saying that not to these two because they're not in the ethereal plane with
I'm
you.
not in the ethereal plane.
Were
He
you in
didn't go into the
ethereal
ethereal plane. He
No,
was.
no, I was going
so
to, but
he-
you said I couldn't because I had to dash to get back into
It's
the
a
room.
bonus action to reappear.
Yeah, it's
Right.
a bonus
So
action
he
to
can
read.
dash.
But you've been in the ethereal plane this
Correct.
whole time, right?
Yes.
That's
So-
where my.
No,
So he moved-
You're
That's why I
using your
said,
bonus to come back in.
Yes, yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
sorry. There we go. So you just make it back in. You're like, all right, get ready to
You're
close
like,
it.
hey,
I'll just
everybody.
say she's right behind me. We're gonna have to wait until
I
she's
see.
in.
All right, it is now the zombie frost giants' turns. Now, who all is?
Nobody's in there aside from Hungers of
Now
Hadar.
these guys are going to be moving forward, so
Does
they
that
move
slow the
forward.
movement at all?
It doesn't grapple or anything like that, I don't think.
No, it blinds them, so they're
Right.
unaware
So they're
of their
blind while they're in there, but two frost giants
Yeah,
come
that's fine.
come up, and one of the doors is closed. So we're just going to have 2 attacks from a reach and a frost giant right in front of it, and then a reach from behind him.
I would be
to the side
flying
of them.
above whoever's on the bottom side of that door. If
Okay.
anybody's on the other side of that door.
They have disadvantage on their attacks for this round because they're blinded.
Okay.
But that's
So
okay.
we're going to have one attack to Murad and one attack to Midnight Flame. Midnight Flame is up in the air. Okay,
God, that's just going to increase my AC by 2.
that is a 19 to hit.
Oh, barely.
no, really?
It barely missed me.
Oh, good. Okay.
Bounces
You
off.
scared the fudge out of me, D. I
We're
was
just
like,
like,
oh
dude.
no, Terry.
You block and
Murad's
parry
like,
it.
oh, I'm good.
And that's a miss on Midnight Flame of 15 will not hit.
Nope, because she's a 16 right now. Yep.
Yes. Missing. Very
Barely.
good. Excellent. It is now Murad's turn. You're holding your action, or you...
Gallagher's is going to heal me for 11.
Okay.
And you're holding your action to close the rest of the orbs.
Close the door.
Erilyn, it is now your
I'm
turn.
going.
Zoomies!
You
I'm
zoom
out.
back, you come into the ethereal plane, and
The regular.
then Murad uses the held action to close the door. The door is closed. It
Someone
is
needs to
not
lock it.
locked. Zulkul, you are next.
Has there a spell to lock a door?
There's not a spell to lock the door that you have prepared,
I don't think so, yeah.
right? Otherwise you would know that. So you're going to have to use your action to lock it.
Yeah.
I'm going to have you roll an advantage since you unlocked it an advantage.
That would make
Let's make this an intelligence check. With advantage, I'll let you add your proficiency because it's the Underdark in your native area.
Steve's like, I'm trying to throw everything at you.
What is it, an Arcana check or what?
This
No,
is
he said
just your
intelligence.
intelligence plus your proficiency. So,
15.
okay. You lock it.
Okay, good.
The door is locked.
Steve's like, it was supposed to be 20, but you guys think a lot. I'm just kidding.
You
And it
know,
really needs to be
it was
locked.
the Drow were not concerned with making it difficult to lock. They definitely wanted it easy to lock. So, it is locked.
Okay.
All right.
That was a very bad idea.
Yeah, that's
very
an
So
understatement.
this is a good area to take note
Well,
of.
that was the mission prepared, and it's supposed to be for 6 people. Technically 12 if you count the mounts. So,
So about that.
Well, that was a good week, guys. See you next time.
Good thing I took damage for 4 people.
True.
you guys
Yeah.
hear, kind of up here from the doorway.
Did Pyronax say he was going back up to the surface, or was he staying in that other chamber?
You guys hear some purifiers holler down to you guys, and they say, "Hey, what's going on down there? We hear some racket. You guys okay?"
No.
You guys are drip, 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 blood everywhere, all over this floor.
Yeah.
You guys are all messed up, and so the clerics all come down, and they have like a pool of a total of like 35 hit points each person and mount, okay, to dish out to you guys, and then they're tapped out.
Where's Pyronax? We're probably gonna need his help on this, and I'll explain exactly what we saw as well as what we had done, and I'll just see what they say. We're gonna need help on this.
Okay, Pyronax is in just outside of the outpost. You're gonna go talk to him.
Yes.
All right.
And I'll
The door
just
is
start
closed,
Go
but
running.
I
watch the
would
door.
keep
So
eye,
their
yes.
squad moves up to the door to make sure that nothing else is happening. You guys do hear boom, 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 like pounding against the door.
Good thing Adamantine's super strong.
Adamantine strong, very strong.
That's what my armor's made out of.
I'm not worried about the door, I'm worried about the lock.
No, mine's made of mithril. Sorry.
Yeah, adamantine disintegrates in
the light.
sunlight.
And like,
So you guys head up and out of the outpost. You guys see Pyronax, and he has been just getting a lot of information from the Drow that are here.
Well, I got some more for you. You're gonna love this one.
You guys come out.
yeah, bloody still.
What happened?
There's an army of undead down there.
with dragons,
Undead
frost
dragons,
giants,
everything.
gargoyles, and other
We
smaller
think-
creatures.
We think we know how to stop it, but we can't get to it.
From the history of Gloom Breach, I do believe that this may be a destination for them to invade our surface, as there were more undead than I've ever experienced.
As you guys are
in my
talking,
life.
he's kind of alert by the information, so he just flaps his wings behind him and he flies up to the top of the outpost again, and he changes his form to fit back into his human form. And you guys are following and walking and talking as you're walking up to this point. Continue.
Yes. So, if we're truly trying to take down Gloom Breach, this may be a spot of advantage if we're able to find a way to reverse the ability to transport ourselves into Gloom Breach. If we take this without them knowing, it could be beneficial. But those are my suspicions.
I think our primary objective should be finding a way to shut it down first and foremost. Because I don't
Yes.
think this will stop spewing out undead anytime soon.
Yeah.
He says, "Have they broken through?"
No, not
We
yet.
opened the door, but we closed it very quickly after.
Okay, you guys see he has skills trained in the monk. He walks very fast as well. So he just leaves you guys behind pew, and goes through the narrow passageways and hallways, and you guys get to that point and you see that he's transformed again, and he is breaking up what is catwalks and railings and stalagmites, and he is reinforcing the door, moving in his massive dragon, massive strength and size to move these and barricade this door. And he says, "You guys have earned a rest. Go to the surface."
She.
You don't want to
He's
stay
not
down
even
here, though,
thinking
from
he
the
can
red.
take that.
From the red. Once the red moon disappears, the door will close. Master, you do not wish to stay here, yes?
It will. We do not have time to linger here.
Yes.
This is as
They
you
did.
have described.
His ghostly servant did say there is another way in, but it's through what sounds like a very big city in the Underdark. So I don't know if that would be an option for.
We
you
may
to rest
send
later.
scouts, but I don't want any of my troops separated once this seals. And I do not want to hang out in the Underdark. I'm not familiar with this part of the Underdark.
That was nasty.
Gotcha, Chief.
It's gross in there.
So it's barricaded. You guys kind of comb through again to make sure the whole outpost is looted, check for secret passages and things. And you guys with the big ol' war band, which is now bigger with the addition of the Drow survivors, you guys make it up to the encampment, and you guys see kind of there's similar things as to what was going on before. It's kind of like treated maybe like a temporary village settlement that you can be a little bit more at peace with, it seems. Jovi is out there and she's dancing on a table, and people are tipping her coins, and she has potions, but doesn't look like she has a lot left at this point. And you guys see there's a little bit of trading going on, but that's mostly died down. And there's a lot of frogs that are being cooked and boxing matches that are still happening. What would you guys like to do first?
I think the first thing I'm going to do is I don't care how crappy Jovi's healing potions are. I have no healing potions, so any healing potion is better than no healing potion. So I will walk up to Jovi and say, please provide me with your magical healing potions.
I have 4 healing potions left. I think I remember you. 4 healing potions at a great price, just 60 gold apiece.
I will buy 2 of them.
Very good. Here are your flowers, and she throws you flowers cantrip,
She's a
making
communist.
flowers appear and fall about. You also see in her cart, you recognize another wand like what you have, the wand of greeting. She has a couple of those that she has. She has some festive masks for various festivals and celebrations about the region, and that's about it. Her goods are pretty sparse at this point.
Jovi, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Were you with this encampment when they traveled here? Or did you just show
I
up?
was passing down from Iron Bastion, and I saw an opportunity for some business and some good-looking guys, eh? And some of the guys who were like, "Yeah, Jovi!" like cheering
Making
for
our
her.
heels.
Be like, this Thank you.
Yeah.
Interesting. And I'll just walk away after that. I won't even say goodbye.
Okay. All right.
I'm like, she is the root of all this evil. And I'll just walk
She's the
As she shouts
problem.
behind you, "Goodbye, Jovi loves you!" As you leave.
where's the other guy? The one that...
Zelkai?
Zelkai, yes.
Zelkai is right now petting his blue drake.
I will pull my wand of greeting and I will cast it on him. Oh!
Well, what's the save? I think is 15 on
It
that.
is a 15, yes.
Yeah, okay. He kind of urges and he looks, he's like, "What are you doing?"
Nothing, and I'll put it in the wand. I'll be like, I just found this and I wanted to see what it did.
Him and his guards
even
just
worse.
give you the eye. And he says, "I heard you pledged to Pyronax."
Yes. Yes, Master Pyronax.
Well, welcome to the fold.
Yes.
He doesn't look very welcoming as he says it.
No, yes.
Who'd have thought? That's crazy how that works.
It's like, you should tell your brother I say hello. And I'll just walk off. As I now look like the full Yanti. Obviously, I'm not in disguise anymore and stuff and whatever.
Maybe I will. Maybe you should stop picking on little brothers and challenge me.
And I'll just walk away. Yes.
Okay. You hear the sound of and you see boxing matches happening and not too far off. What would the rest of you like to do?
I'm going to find a tent and collapse in it.
All right.
It is understandable.
You go to a tent and it's got the cots are full, but there's an empty space between them.
That is falling over.
All right. Fall down, pass out, exhausted. And Galadesh just sits down behind the tents on the back side, not wanting to be near too many people, kind of by some bushes and things. The rest of you, what would you two like to do?
I'll dismiss Midnight Flame and tell him to go rest in the ethereal plane, rest up, and then I'll find a place to rest as well.
All right, Midnight Flame disappears, and going for a tent or just some bushes? What are you going for?
Nice.
I don't want his duty bushes, but I'll go find. I don't care. Like I'll just find some place that looks.
Down in a tunnel.
Yeah, that's true.
Not in a tent. Or in a tent.
Actually, yeah, no, I don't care. I'll just find some place that looks like it's semi-comfortable. If it's on the ground, but the ground looks comfortable, then I'll sleep on the ground.
Yeah.
If it's like, yeah, I'll just find some place that looks semi-comfortable and I'll fall
Sleep
asleep.
by the base of a tree. Go into sleep. Okay. Erilyn.
Before I go to sleep, I would like to find somewhere to do my sacrament. Is there anywhere private that I might be able to do that?
There's no like private
duty hole.
tents, but
I don't know if I want to risk
you
that.
could check that out, or you can go off in the woods alone.
I'll just do that. Just close enough that the camp's still like in sight, but I'm not like
Okay.
in the camp. I'd just like to do that and just pray to Kalimvor and ask if he knows of a way that we can defeat this evil. See if I get any answers.
Okay.
That's-
Excellent. Okay, you are uninterrupted as you go through. Rolled in case maybe a monster, or maybe some Yanti, maybe some the X purifier purifiers
You know.
interrupt your sacrament. After your sacrament, are you just sleeping there away from everybody, or are you going to sleep in an encampment? What would you like to do?
I'll go back to the encampment and sleep in there.
In a tent? Are you going for like a tree?
Literally anywhere that's free and comfortable.
All right, you find a tree is your quickest bet. You guys probably have your own tents, frankly, if I'm being honest, okay? You guys probably need to restock on your supplies. You definitely do. You can maybe restock in Tide Town, and I just have a gold fee based on how long it's been since we've adjusted that. Rations, wear and tear on things like tents and sleeping bags and clothing and battle wear, things like that. Okay? And then maybe some stuff for your mounts.
Before she goes to the tent to go to sleep, I rolled to see if I saw the direction she went in. That's perception.
Okay, all right. What was your perception? If you got 10,
13.
then
Yeah.
you'll notice. Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'll just wait for
Great.
her to come back. I don't want to interrupt her
You see her come back?
thing. I see her come back and I'll be like, Erilyn, let's make some money. Let's go to these boxing matches. You're gonna bet against me, and I'm gonna go get in there and I'm gonna get my ass handed to me. And we're gonna make some money. You got it. Go that way, I'll go this way. Let's do it.
I guess I'll
Here's
go.
my 112 gold I have left. Please, I need money.
Okay. And I'm just gonna say, well, what's my cut? What do I get out of it?
The knowledge of knowing that you made a lot of money with my brains.
She also, it's not like he hasn't saved your life multiple times, but
I saved his life and Zeta's life, so.
True.
I'll just say, just give me a little bit of the gold. Watching you get your ass
give you
handed to
10.
you will be more than worth it.
Yeah, you'll take 10. No, I'll be like, no. Whatever I make, I'll give you money, I promise.
Okay, and I'll, I guess, go help him scam people. That
Okay.
sounds fun.
You guys are going over to the boxing area.
Yes. I want to go at separate times.
Now, what's your HP at right now?
121 minus 57.
Okay, so you're like half beat up almost.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Looking heavily battered, you go up to the boxing crowd, and they're boxing. You see a guy, bets.
I'm gonna wait till I actually get
I'll
some.
be like, I actually want to fight. I'm gonna take
Oh,
those 2
oh,
health
good.
potions that I just bought.
That-
Just so I can not look like I'm trying to throw the fight.
All right, so you take.
Wait, before you do that, I'm just gonna use my last lay on hands and give him the 20 HP that I have, so you don't have to waste
Great.
potions.
Okay.
Don't use your potions. They're not gonna help you as much anyway.
Anyway, okay, cool. What did you give me? How much?
20 points.
Alright, so I'm only... So I'm at
30.
And tell me what your Constitution and Strength scores are.
Constitution is a 3 and my strength is a 1.
Yeah, let's go, dude.
I should have gone to it.
Say, oh well, you're welcome to challenge whoever you like, but you don't look much like a boxer.
Looks can be deceiving.
Make it a deception check or persuasion. I'll let you use either in this instance.
Deception would be... or, yeah, deception, that is going to be a 27.
All right. He says, oh well, maybe there's more to you than meets the eye. So after the boxing match resides, he says, all right, we have, what is your name?
Zulkul. Yes,
Zulkul, who is ready to face off against Brutus. And Brutus looks pretty meaty, and he punches his fist together and just kind of eyes you, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna miss. I'm not gonna say the same thing as the other guy, but you're going down.
I'm gonna mess you up.
Right. Let's
Now,
roll
kid.
initiative, you and him. He got a 9.
I'm a 5. Gosh,
5. All right.
I've rolled 1 too many times in this, so...
Now we're gonna have you make a performance check to determine how bets are going to go in your favor. So if you make me a high performance check, then you'll have a little better time getting bets again for you.
Okay.
Or if you want people to think you're weak, then
Oh my gosh.
different. How was that?
That would be
I'm gonna bet against
him.
Just for fun.
9 plus 3 is a 12.
A 12. Okay. Well, okay. All right. Okay. So let's see him do his. Okay. I mean, he definitely looks a lot beefier than you, but yeah. So people are kind of thinking you're gonna lose. You'll make like 15% back of your coins if you were to win the bet. No, if you were to lose the fight. Yeah. But
So
if
you
you're
almost
betting,
want to win.
if you're betting for him to lose, you'll make like 15%. But if you're betting for him to win and he wins, I'll say you make like 70% back.
Technically not my money that I'm betting with.
Well, how much
Unless you
money
wanna
are
bet.
you putting down?
How much money do you have left?
I had 112.
112. I'm gonna bet all of that, and I'm going to bet against him. Yes.
You're gonna bet that he's going to lose.
Yes.
Okay. So, let's roll initiative. I don't know if we did that.
Can I Hunter's Mark?
We did roll initiative. He got 11. What did you got? You got
9.
9?
Yes.
That's right. So he goes first. All right, so he gets up and he punches you 3 times. All right, so 3 27s to hit you. That's going to be 9 times 3. It's going to be 27 total damage as he hits you really fast with good balance and using his hip. You take 27 points of damage.
I'm not using my weapon. I can't do it.
Now it's your turn.
Okay, I'll attack him. Oh my gosh. And it's what is it? Just my strength?
You're just adding you're using your strength because you're not a monk.
10 and 8 to hit.
All right, you miss him both times. He just moves a little bit, and your shots just kind of graze on him. They don't really make contact. He goes again. Another 27 points of damage to you. Your cheek squirts out some blood as it's been hit too many times today, and your skin is raw. It's your turn.
Actual 20s. 12 and 10.
Same thing you rolled last time.
All right, you miss him one time. You almost make contact, but not quite. And then he comes at you again, and people are getting angry. They're like, "This is rigged." He hits you with 27 damage again. How you doing?
Let me make sure I do my math
40.
here. It's
60, 74, 81 damage so far.
I have 11 health points left.
All right,
And you've hit him a whopping 0 times.
it's your turn. Get him.
I think I made the wise choice here, not gonna lie.
I kind of want to cast something, but I can't. It probably would get shown the pun right now. Oh, there's a 16 there.
All
that's the
right,
only one that's gonna
you hit
hit.
him. How much damage do you deal?
It's just my strength, right?
+1.
Strength plus 1?
Yeah.
2.
Two.
I had 2 damage.
Yay, okay.
Wowee.
All right.
He's like,
Whammo! He's like, "You hit me!" And then he comes forward and he's like, "You're barely standing up." 23 to hit you 3 more times.
Yeah, it definitely hits me.
27 damage.
Be like, good fight.
He punches you, and then on the right after the second punch, he comes in for a third, and he misses because you're falling down. You hit the ground, and people are like, yeah. Like some girls like, that's got to be on purpose. and you make what was it I say? 15% back. That's what you make back.
Awesome.
On that money. All right, ding ding.
what, how much? 112
Yeah.
times 1.1.
No, times
0.15,
0.15.
yeah.
All right, you guys see some more froggers coming
Well, no,
in
you
with
do.
some more fresh frogs on sticks, coming in to cook them.
My calculator.
Wild.
A lot of frogging
So
happening.
you have
around here.
128 gold now.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, you got a...
It's 128.8, but you don't have 0.8 gold, so 128.
There you go.
And
All
then
right.
whatever you put in, you'll do.
I didn't put anything in. I was just betting with your money, man.
So I did want
I
to
thought it was
see.
fun.
Did you say that we do
I'll
have
give
our
you
own
4
tents?
gold, so I have 124.
You don't.
We don't. Okay.
You do. Yes, you should have your own tents
Okay. So then
Yes.
we would be asleep in a tent.
and a tent. Then you can sleep in your own tent, but it takes time to set it up. So if you're role playing, you can just crash their tent and
Just walk to a tent and just fall over.
you kind of
Fall
have a
into the
vague
tent.
memory
Just
near
break
the end of your sleep where like someone like stepped on you by accident, not knowing you were there, and they're like, "What the heck?"
I'll take the
They don't want to
time
wake
set
you
up
up
my
because you're a big guy
Covered in blood.
covered in blood. They're like, "He's had a rough night." They leave you be.
I would have set up my tent.
You would have set up your own tent for you get your privacy and sleeping in
I'm
your
gonna
one-man
just-
tent.
Pick up Zool Cool, I guess, since you're unconscious now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, technically it's.
He's
So I'm
not
gonna
that-
pick him up, and I'm
Tell
gonna
him.
take him, I guess, over to some grass, a clearing. I'll put him down, set up my tent, and just kind of toss him in a tent, and then I'll go to bed.
Okay, yeah, toss him in a tent. Zolkul sleeps by the tent, trying to get in it. Zeta crawls into the tent, and like the tent just collapses on the two of you, and it's just like a big canvas blanket on you guys.
Great.
But you're knocked unconscious, so you're gonna sleep through it.
Mm-hmm.
You set up your own tent.
Oh no, he's sleeping in my tent. I'm just gonna sleep outside of it.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't gonna dig
your
through
tent
stuff.
collapses on them.
Great.
And
You owe me a new tent, man. Sorry.
Azrael is sleeping out with you.
I'll have Azrael go to the ethereal plane to sleep. Just so he isn't in people's way.
Okay, very good. Alright, Erilyn. You, in your dream, have the same dream. You're being attacked by a giant spider, fighting him off. And you hear, this time, a voice in your mind. It is the voice of the entity who spoke with you in your first dream not too long ago. And it says, "Find the webbed woods. In the webbed woods, you will follow the shadow. You will see the shadow, and it will lead you to the Dark Pact.
Alrighty.
Take it, and use the powerful weapon, pay the price, and restore the balance." You have the same vision, overseeing bird's eye view of the nest, and the pillar of shadow that's coming up from this point in it, traveling through there, and going through the ground, through the shadow, through the ground, and you see once again this room, and this skeletal being with a crown of candles and a large throne and a pile of skeletons all around him. And I think I said before, here lies King Freeman. So everybody awakens from their rest. You guys do have food that is being prepared and is offered in an assembly line style to come and bring up your tin plate and have some eggs and bacon.
No frogs.
And frogs. Frogs, eggs, and bacon.
Frogs,
Frog legs, eggs, and bacon. That's another tongue twister. Frog legs, eggs. Okay.
Legs, and...
Yeah, he couldn't even do it.
You guys are eating. One of the purifiers kind of comes up to you and says, "Hey, how much for your sword?"
Your soul? I'm sorry. Your soul.
I'll give you 2,500 for it.
No.
Okay, 4,000.
I'm gonna give you one more opportunity to leave, or else your payment will be your soul.
Holds up his hands and turns around and walks away. It's like whispers, "Freak."
I'll be like,
All right. You guys are kind of low on supplies and stuff. You guys probably need to find a settlement to restock your rations and get things taken care of, and your armor repaired, dents taken out of it, things of that nature. What would you guys like to do next?
As we're reading, I'm just gonna tell Zookul, you owe me a new tent, just so you know. I set mine up for you, and then Zeta decided she wanted to join you, and crushed it. Really.
Well, she crawled like into it, and it collapsed. It's not.
it's not broken, it just came apart.
Correct. But I probably
Or consider
I might have said.
you buy me a new tent anyway. Yeah, no, so I'm just gonna say that. He doesn't need to know it's not broken. I just want a new tent.
I mean, he kind of woke up and got himself out of it, so he knows it's not broken. But yeah,
It is collapsed. so
Where's
it doesn't-
the closest settlement from here?
Well, there's the Hobgoblin City of Bloodrock. You guys are very close to Bloodrock. You're close to Black and Grudge Forge.
Yep.
They don't like non-giants.
Nope.
Your best bet is there's also Fort Crossing.
What
you're
about our
close
home?
to. You can go to Tidetown as well.
What about
Actually, I
our
want to go
hometown?
to...
My hometown, where the
You
dwarves
can
were.
you can head for.
'Cause that's
for
close to Black
your
and Grudge Forge,
hometown
isn't
if
it?
you would like. It's Fort Battle Axe. That's another option.
So
You guys
I'll tell
are
you
in
guys
between those.
where we're at. We're close to my hometown of Fort Battleaxe. We can go there and restock if you want, or we can go back to Tidetown and see if they need help with other things.
Your town is full of dwarves.
Yes.
Do they have items for non-dwarvish height individuals?
Yeah. Just because they're dwarves doesn't mean that they don't make things for other people.
I don't know.
They're master smiths. Are you dumb?
Well, Yes.
It's like, I'm dumb and I even know that. Granted, I grew up with them,
Yes.
so...
No, I've never dealt with dwarves outside of the
ones you
what
killed?
we've encountered. I killed no one. He was in an inopportune place. I did not kill him myself. That was Zeta. And Zeta did what she was told. Anyways.
Which
So,
you
so
told
who
her-
told her to do that?
Anyway, yeah. I don't necessarily fault you for killing the dwarf because you didn't even necessarily know you were just trying to kill the spiders. I get it. Anyway, yeah, let's, it's up to you guys. We can go there. What's closer? Is that closer or is it kind of sixes between that or Tide Town?
6s.
Okay. So I'll just tell them, yeah. It's about the same distance either way. If you prefer just to go to Tide Town, we can just go back to Tide Town.
To be fair, I'd like to investigate the town from which that note came from.
We don't
It
know.
is a free town, as I am told.
You do know that it came from Axiopio,
Yes,
which is
from
an
Axiopio.
extension,
Yes,
a
of
fortified
Tide.
extension of Tidetown.
So I'd like to go there and see if we can inquire about that, as well as potentially make relations with other individuals there to see if we can find somewhere to stay.
You
somewhere
like to
closer.
make relations with people wherever we stay. So.
No, I like to stab people
Well,
Like I said.
in more ways than one.
You guys see a purifier approach you guys and says, "Where can Pyronax get a hold of you guys if you guys are heading out? It looks like you guys are planning on leaving for a while."
That's what we're trying to figure out. If you want to stay here for a sec, we'll let you know.
Sits down on a rock.
I say Axiopio. It gives us time to investigate these letters.
do would I know anything about the web forest? Like, just myself?
Make a history check.
I'm gonna say I don't.
What is it?
Let's see, that is a 12.
You barely. I was thinking 12. Okay. All right. It's not a hidden place. It's a place that people avoid, and it is. I'll show you guys on the map too, just for people at home. But it is right here. There's this little spider web on our map, and maybe we need to post a fresh post on our social media for people following along, so they can find it. But it is on the western edge of where the woods are very thick, kind of near. I guess only you and the other two went to a oasis once. But you do see when you wake up and you're going through the saddlebags on Galadesh, your plants have all sprouted and they're kind of outgrowing their pot. You do need to find a safe, secure place to have those taken care of.
Okay.
Okay. While you guys are talking as well,
Science.
I will say that you see, so Galadesh is kind of chilling underneath a tree and some bushes, and the Drow have surfaced so that they aren't separated from the recruitment, and they're very miserable. They're all like walking around like this, and it's like almost foggy this morning, and it's so bright for them. They're not used to this, and there is a maybe 13-year-old Drow girl, and she is approaching Galadesh, and she's kind of trying to carefully move through the bushes. And Galadesh, his head is reared up, and his horn, and he's not angry or anything. He's kind of sniffing and looking towards her, and she is approaching Galadesh, and she's very, very scared, and her hand is shaking, and Galadesh
Impales her.
Galadesh bows his head, which is a sign of you're welcome to approach. And she approaches and she starts to brush his hair.
Then he impales her.
You see she is not wearing drow armor or fine clothes. She's actually wearing rags, and you can see a lot of scars, a lot of 2-point scars, and a lot of slash scars that are coming through her rags on her back.
Okay.
She looks very different from most of the drow.
And she's not acting like the Drow. She's trying to cover her eyes from the light.
She is squinting. The light is not pleasant for her.
Okay.
But she's just petting Galadesh while you guys are making your plans. Okay?
I still say Axiopio.
I have business in the web forest. Is that what it's called?
Webwood.
The web.
Alliteration.
The webbed wood.
So is that in direction of Axiopio or his...
You're closer to either Axiopio or Titanown. for that?
I mean, either would work, Exupio or Tide Town, but I think I need to go there on our way, if that's at all possible.
We can.
You guys
manage
do
that.
need rations, like you're about tapped out at this point until you go pay for this.
Okay.
And we'll see.
So perhaps after we visit one of the two, we can go there next.
Did we get any gold from
You
fighting?
guys are given this morning. You have put in your tents or whatever a sack of gold. You each get 350 gold. Not a ton of gold, but you got some valuable magical items out of it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Then, yes, let's go to Axiopio then, and then we can head to the webbed forest if that's really where you wish to go. May I ask why you're looking to go to this webbed forest, as it is new to our party, as to this destination?
The god I worship has requested that I go there. And I would not be one to turn down his wishes.
Is it urgent? Should we go there first?
I think it can wait long enough for us to get supplies. Probably.
Probably.
Unfortunately, the messages I've been getting have been less than specific, so I am not really sure of the importance of the situation as of
The
yet.
reason why you should speak with a Black Razor, he is all but clear and focused when he speaks to me. No hidden messages.
I wouldn't say hidden messages as much as he leaves me to understand what I must.
So in other words, you're saying he knows you're smart enough to get what he's trying to say?
Yeah, something like
Okay.
that.
All right, Axiopio it is, and I'll just say that.
It'll go way over my head. I don't understand insults or anything like that. Well, I do understand insults, but
They
I
have to
didn't
be
take
very
that
directed.
insult, yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Is that girl still trying to pet the unicorn?
Yeah, she's still petting the unicorn. She's sitting down on her heels right now, crouched position, petting it, kind
See
of
a reel?
looking
Does
around
Gallaudet
nervously.
Not Gallaudet.
Want to see a
You see a drow female, an older woman, approach, and she says, "There you are!" And she grabs her and she snatches her by the hair and she starts pulling her away. She says, "Get away
I'm
from
gonna
that
mage
filthy
hand
thing."
that girl.
17. I want to see if I would have heard that, because I would have been walking
Yeah, it
off
depends
at
on
that
how,
point, so
if we saw him, if we're... Because that's one of the questions I
Passive
had.
perception from everybody.
No.
I would like a
11.
13.
I have a 16 for my passive perception.
Nope, I would not.
Catch
So I would have.
this.
I'm
I
a
would have
9.
caught that.
I'm 16.
Okay, you two.
So
catch
then,
this.
seeing that it's a young drow and how she's being treated, I don't necessarily like drow, but nobody should be treated that way. So I will pull out my crossbow and I'll say, "You need to let her go," and I'll be pointing the crossbow at her.
She says, "This is a drow matter. This is not for you.
Did I say if I cared if it was a drow matter? I said let her go.
We have pledged ourselves to Pyronax just as you."
Yes, and I said let her go.
Alright, make an intimidation check.
No?
No.
It's an intimidation is 4. I rolled a 2.
Spooky.
Before
she
you speak,
just kind of stands there staring at you. She looks around, and you start to see some more drow are kind of approaching in your guys' direction.
Are we...
I
I want to
rolled.
telepathically talk with Gallaudet and see how he feels about her.
Knowing how Gallaudet reacts around my nightmare, letting a drow pet him, in my mind, would validate that she's okay.
So Gallaudet says she has survived with her heart unscathed by the tortures that she has endured, and she is a gentle spirit, and she is welcome in my presence. Gallaudet too, though, after with your threat and everything, Gallaudet stands up on all fours, and he takes 2 steps towards her, and the drow woman kind of steps back, and this anything resembling the Fae, any things that are holy in nature, particularly nature that elves would like, regular elves, drow hate and loathe and are superstitious about. And she lets go of the girl, and she's just kind of glares, gives you guys a glare, and she steps off and goes to the drow.
And I'll just yell, "Good choice."
the little girl is scared and she doesn't know what to do, and she's kind of gesturing subservience to you guys as too much attention has been drawn on her.
I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna go see if there's a shop, I guess, or somebody that's selling clothes. See if I can just find something.
There aren't anyone selling clothes.
Do I have actually an extra shirt?
What about just cloth?
You guys probably have like tunics and capes and things that are magical.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull one out.
I'll just give her. Yeah, I'll say.
My ginormous tunic.
All right, you can
Give her, you gave her up the tent.
She's got a ball
wrap
gown
her
on.
up like your own tunic and like tie sash on it, and with a cape wrap around. She's a very small little girl, and you guys
She's
are
like
big people. And,
all the clothes on her now. She's like, okay.
and she speaks in Undercommon.
I walk up to her and do I understand what she said?
You do. She says, I do not deserve these nice things from you. I do not know you.
I just respond to her in Undercommon.
She's folding her arms nervously.
There is no reason to prostrate yourself like this in front of us. We will not hurt you. Do not fold your arms to us. We are here to keep you protected.
I'm sorry, I did not know this creature belonged to anyone.
It is that giant of a man over there. You're
With
not
the,
giant, but
with
you're
the
big.
big giant dwarf.
Yeah.
Did you roll to see if your
I
beard?
still have the
Yes. You seem to be of the same, not same. You seem to be of a low status in your house. It seems from the damage you have taken.
Yes, I have had any sort of respect stripped from me. I am a slave now.
Why did your house lose?
I'm very disobedient.
How disobedient?
I do not like to kill and torture and hurt those other non-drow.
Very well.
I get whipped for it, and so I am treated as they are. Maybe worse.
I will talk to Marad. I remembered Marad, and I'll say your unicorn has taken a liking to this girl. Yes.
Yes.
Would it be fine if she rode on your horse?
That's for Galadesh to decide, not for me.
Speak. He does not like me. Will you speak to Galadesh for me?
That's an understatement.
She's been treated very, very, very poorly, but she is not like her kin, as I am not like my kin.
He's like, I'm worse.
Actually, no.
No, I know. I'm just.
I'll conceive Galadesh is willing, yes.
Yes.
I'll ask Galadesh if he's willing to give a ride.
Yeah, she can come along.
Okay.
We got ourselves a follower.
All right, so he stoops low, and she doesn't really know what to do with him gesturing to
I tell
come
her in
aboard.
Undercommon. He is allowing you to ride his back.
Why are you doing this? Why am I riding his back?
It is to keep you protected as we take you somewhere safe, as you will not be safe with your kind.
All right, she calmly kind of looks twice. She's used to being stabbed in the back for some reason, and she
Weird.
eventually gets on Galadesh's back, and he stands up.
Yes. Let us depart, as I don't feel like she would be well treated here as well.
She tries to hold on to his neck, not really knowing how to ride
Like
the creature.
I'm just kidding.
I'm just gonna say, considering the newest addition to our party, it might be wiser to go to Tide Town
Yep.
where we have friendly faces.
Yes.
And if we can get a house there, then she can stay there and.
We've adopted a child.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Just
Oh,
kidding.
no.
a non-beaten slave.
Make no mistake, you're still a slave.
This is my attempt at a joke. Nobody laughed.
Is that why your kind doesn't accept you anymore? You're not funny?
I'd be like, it has nothing to do with it. They have no humor in my culture. I don't understand what you're saying.
That's my
That
fault.
explains a lot.
Are you trying to be funny?
I was trying to be funny, yes.
I can see why they have no humor.
I'm gonna ask you. Can you ask her if she's eaten before we go? It might be wise.
I will ask her if she is. What is your name, child?
I am Saffanel.
Safanel, have you had
Someone needs to learn Undercommon,
food?
so it's not just him talking to her.
I have had some food. They brought me an egg this morning.
just an egg? I will look.
I'll stop eating my. You haven't told us yet.
No.
have you?
I'm responding back to Erin because she asked me. She's only had an egg for breakfast.
Would you ask her if she's hungry? I don't know that she would eat as much
Well,
as
she
some
said
of
she
us.
was not hungry, but I think giving her the option to have more food may be a kind gesture.
I'll just offer her
If
what's
that is
left
what you
on my
would
plate.
call a kind gesture.
There's like
Yeah.
half an egg and some bacon left.
Okay. She'll
I'll see what she says.
take that and say thank you, and she kind of looks at it, and slowly is eating it like she's really hungry, but she's not sure how to trust everything that's happening. And
Not knowing, I'll just tell her. Tell her that it's okay. And I'll say just tell her to watch, and I'll take a bite of the bacon and I'll put it back on the plate so she doesn't think it's poisoned or
she eats
something.
it faster.
Yes. So to Tidetown it is.
Okay, so you guys head to Tidetown.
I will stay close to Galadesh with riding on top of Zeta.
How long does
so
it
I
take
can protect the
to
young
get type
girl.
down from where we're at?
It's going to take you guys
A day,
a
two.
few hours.
I don't know why you're
Few hours.
bothering. I'll be walking right next to Galadesh.
I know, but it's.
So
I have a connection to this young girl as she's gone through what I went through in my upbringing, kind of thing.
Galadesh is purposefully trying to keep his distance from you.
Yeah, that's the funny part. I keep sneaking closer.
And with his new speed horseshoes, he's doing it quite well.
Yep.
He's keeping a distance. You can sit with her on Galadesh if you would like to.
With me not being used to being around children, I'd feel too awkward to do it.
Okay.
I'll try and see if I can start learning Undercommon. I'll be like pointing to certain things, and I'll look at her. I'll be like tree or rock or stuff like that, and see if she actually
Teaching her to
responds.
speak
Yeah.
common.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Right.
And I'll like point to myself, and I'll say tram, and then I'll point to her and see if she actually knows what I'm trying to say.
She says Safanel.
Yes, she knows.
Alright, you guys head over to Portmaw first to get to the ferries, to get to Tidetown. And you guys see a watchman who says, "Oh, hey, you've come back from an adventure!
You could call it that.
Oh, good. Grand tales, I'm sure. Welcome in." And the gate opens and you guys get to the edge. Eventually you wave down your ferrymen who head in your direction and escort you guys across to Tidetown. And you guys are free to wander and do as you will.
Yeah, we'll go. I'm going back to the Sleepy Mermaid.
I'm gonna go before I go there since I'm still rested. I'm gonna go see if I can talk to the mayor.
Okay.
No, it's a good idea.
Very good. Alright. So you guys are you guys splitting up as a party right now?
He's going to the mayor. I'm for sure going to the Sleepy Mermaid. I was trying to see if we could buy another accommodation for her to stay there if we didn't have.
I think we
Somewhere
still
to
have
stay.
plenty of room. In
Mayor-
our rooms.
I'm going to the
We're
Sleepy
renting.
Mermaid. He's going to the mayor.
Your guys' rooms are probably about done. There might be one or more night.
Yeah,
That's it.
we had 2 nights the night before, so
Okay.
we have one more night. Yeah.
Okay,
Then we
so
have to start paying again, right?
where are you two headed?
I'll go with Fram to the mayor's office.
Okay.
I'll go to the Super Mermaid for a drink.
Okay.
Shocker.
So Safanel will be going with you two then.
I'm assuming she will
Yes,
stay
yeah.
with wherever Galadesh is going. Yeah.
Galadesh is on the ferry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll speak to her and I'll tell her in Undercommon. We're going to somewhere where we can rest much more comfortably than we rested in the encampment.
Okay. All right. So let's start. You two go to the mayor's office, and you see a woman there. And she says, "Yes, you're here to see the mayor,
Correct.
Mayor Dwellin."
Yes.
Oh, well, he has the day off. He's on a fishing trip. What is the business about?
We need to see what we can do. I think we've definitely done a lot to help Tidetown, which we are grateful to help as well. But we definitely need to see what we can do to get a house here.
No, yes, I believe he sent someone in the real estate department to the Sleepy Mermaid, and there should be a note there.
Perfect. We will go there then. Thank you for your help.
On the way back, can we stop at a tailor's? I'd like to get her an actual dress. Or something to wear.
Do you know her size?
I'm sure we can find something that I think would maybe fit her.
If it fits on my foot, it's. All right, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, can we stop at a tailor's?
Well, we could either do that, or I could send. What's his name?
Trevor!
Trevor. Yeah, we can send Trevor. We could also do that as well. Because I need, as you can see, I need my armor repaired. I also will need some new clothes, so we could do that as well. Since he's already going to be out doing that, let's just do that. Because then we can get stuff that will actually fit her better.
Mm-hmm. So then we'll just go back to Sleeping Mermaid.
Okay. You guys head to the Sleepy Mermaid. You two have gotten there ahead of the rest of the party. You've gone there, and Trevor says, "Oh, welcome! Welcome back, friends! I trust you all made it back in one piece."
Well, we're not dead, so I say
those
so.
two.
Yeah,
Right
just-
now.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes, mostly.
Missing some blood, but yeah, mostly here.
You don't need that.
Oh, good. Well, I would love to hear about it. You have a guest, it seems.
Yes.
Oh, very good. Well, we believe you guys have the suite for one more night. If you are here to claim that.
Yes, I think we'll stay the extra night here.
Oh, great. All right, so you guys are escorted to your room, unless you would like to go somewhere else.
I escort her to the room. I'll stay with her just to not let her feel like she's by herself. And then I'll just have her explain to me why she was being held within this place and not at Rashed, yes. Just because I want to know her history, as I'm very intrigued with how she was brought up, because, again, yes.
I was rejected from where we were trained in the ways of Lolth, and when I failed enough times, I was demoted of any rank and treatment as a regular Drow, and I am punished the rest of my days, and so I served there as a slave to tend to any needs of anyone at the outpost.
What do you wish? What is your wish?
I don't know. I don't know what to wish for. I only know life in Rashed as well as the outpost. I would like to find what happy is and find a way to pursue that.
What is your favorite animal? I assume it is not a spider.
I like lizards.
Okay. And I will sit down and I will start whittling a wizard. A lizard. Actually, I heard wizard. No, not lizard. A lizard.
I whittle a wizard.
All right, make a performance check.
That's a
16. Yeah.
All right, it's looking pretty good.
Nice.
Pretty good. All right. And so you two arrive at the tavern, and Trevor says, "Oh, welcome back! Welcome back!
Thanks, Trevor.
Your companions, your other two companions, got here ahead of you with a guest, and you're in the room.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Except for he's in the bar.
I'd be at the bar drinking. Yeah.
Except this one." He says, "Hey, Murad."
More beer.
I'll ask Trevor, hey, I need my armor and stuff repaired like normal, and
Yeah.
we need new clothes, provisions, and if we can, we need some clothes for our friend that is with us.
Oh,
as well.
sure. I can help get us on that in that direction. So he heads to the room with you guys, and you guys kind of get measurements for Safenel, as well as looking at your ration needs, supplies, repairing your armor. It's going to run you guys each about 85 gold. Remember that for our missing party members. And all right, and you guys are also able to. He says, your adventures. I don't think you've taken part of. So if you ever want to head to Axiopio, they will have blacksmiths there, and they're able to sell magical gear. And if you ever need to upgrade anything, they would be able to handle those things.
I think we're planning on heading there next.
Is this more of a
great.
residential area then? Is that what it is?
This is
Retirement community?
There's definitely residents over there too. It's easier to farm when you're not on the ocean. This tends to be more for tourists lately, tourists and fishermen. Outside of that, people retire here for fun if they have the money for it. Life's a little more expensive when you're isolated here in the ocean, but it seems much of Thai Town has been slowly turning into Axio Pio, and it is easier to live on land. Thai Town was originally formed out of necessity. It was a small fishing outpost, and many years ago was turned into a large city as many of the civilized folk were driven to the ocean by the giants, the goblins, and a nasty virus plague. Okay, happy time.
We were told that there was a note for us here, so we could buy a house.
Oh yes, let me go get it. He goes into the storage room and comes out, and there is a note, and it says a note from Tristan, and it is a series of options for housing available. There's a very nice house available for 15 grand. There is a very poor, cheap house available for 400 grand.
400 grand.
4 grand?
400 gold.
For 100
And
gold.
there is a moderate house available for 5,000 gold.
Well,
Are they all there in Thai Town, or are they?
They're all in
Axio
Thai Town.
Is Axio Pio? Does Axio Pio have a different mayor, or is it all
Yes,
under?
it is run by High Lord Frantif and his spellcasting apprentices and other wizards.
So I guess we can see. Do we want to live in Thai Town since he said it's more expensive, or do we want to try and live in Axio Pio?
we have more protection away from the land, I think.
Well, I've got 2,600 gold.
I've got a little over 3,000.
I have 396.
Making the big bucks.
That is
I see.
because I helped Nareda buy and purchase her ports
You did?
she needed from the encampment.
What about you?
I have 1,300.
We could buy the
The 5,000.
medium if
That's
we
what I
wanted
was
to,
thinking.
or a cheap and we can fix it up later.
I don't know if there's any fixing up to do.
I'm also wary of buying cheap because I wouldn't want to fall through the docks.
How big is the medium? Like that 5,000? Is it big enough for all of us? And
A medium-sized house, from what you've kind of seen and eyeballed, is 2 stories, 4 rooms. But
Pietro's
dorm.
everything is nice and well kept. There's also facility rooms too, but 4 bedrooms.
then I say I can 2,000, 2,000, and 1,000. Are you okay with that? And then we can also get some money from Nareda and Gilby when they get back from their travels.
Front the money first and have them reimburse us later.
Yeah.
By reimburse us,
Because if
I
it's
mean,
5,000,
Nareda
there's
will
6
pay
of
my
us.
portion since I spent 2,000 on her
I don't know that she
pieces.
has much more money than you, though. She spent all of it on her.
It would basically 833 gold apiece at the. when
This will be
everything's
a
said and
good
done.
place to stop anyway, our session, I think.
Alright.
Then you guys can just do that directly with the missing
That works.
party members, and
Yeah.
great place to stop.
Alrighty.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Goodbye. Subscribe. Everything.
Yes.